one move, which is awkward because they're running the Medusa. But they need the 4 heroes that are protecting the Medusa to actually have a good start.
We'll see if they can pick that tempo up and get a beat per minute going as we head ourselves into game 2. A quick message from EGB first, though. As we'll see 9Pandas set themselves up down there. This Gilga techies who wanted to try and rotate back into his lane. And Taras and Solo throw him a blood grenade, bit of chip damage. Don't know if they can actually finish him off with a stun and a bit more. They maybe can. He sees the missiles are coming. It's perfect timing. The judgment of damage there was gorgeous.
Yeah, the fact that he gets the first blood from that as well on Tinker, of all things, that's not what you want to have happen.
Oh boy. Game 2 starting and game 1 ended. A bit of a travesty already.
Yeah,
for one move, but yeah.
This is also where we say there's a lot of pressure on Ankrat's shoulders, but Pantomime, he has to try and win this lane hard. You are an Undying. You always look towards Undying to try and have the biggest possible impact, zoning and protecting your cores. So ideally, this Medusa should be free farming on the back of possibly Undying feeding a little bit and getting, you know, Fountain TP out plays. That's fine. As long as he's generating complete free farm, that's okay.
Yeah, you can see already Miero with a few decay stacks on, taking a lot of damage just from Medusa right clicks. Pantomime keeping himself tanky enough. And staying power lane. Always Undying's greatest strength. Here's Primal Beast just trying to do what he can. He's making all sorts of noises in the mid lane.
Yeah,
got a bottle coming to him.
He's got the bottle, got decent last hit so far, 6-1. Tinker also looking at 6-1 right now, but he has a few creeps on the tower still, so 7-1. Slightly ahead, but pretty even so far. Downside being though, Tinker getting that first blood, he just has the advantage. He's a little bit ahead in timing, gets the bottle faster, and allow him to control the map a little, or the mid lane a little bit harder.
Yeah, peeking into that bottom lane. Oh, hang on. A kill up top. And Kushi and Pantomime take down Taras. And Miero bully back under his tier 1. Mid lane jump in from Einkrad. Gets the trample on Kiyotaka. He's lasered up and a bit scared of the creep wave arriving. So just trading blow for blow.
That's what you want to have happen though. Getting a kill immediately with a Tombstone. Also using a Tombstone to farm a little bit. Bottom lane solo getting really low. He's alive, but not the best hero for protecting, you know? This is the difference between a bounty hunter and an Undying. He can't really zone the Underlord and the techies at all here, so they should be having a decent lane, but still Alchemist is finding farm. He's got 10 CS to his name, so Solo is gonna try and get back to base.
Yeah, Undying there, just a product of the situation. You said he's just going to be dying so he can refill full resources, return to lane, and get back into the thick of things again.
Yeah, he'll come back and he'll bring some items as well. He's going to bring Basti for the Medusa and probably Mangler up as he arrives as well. Get her, you know, HP, I suppose, up a little bit. Nana.
Yeah, that bottom lane, it's not as much from the Underlord and techies as maybe I thought it would be. They've not pressured the Alchemist too heavily. We've already got the net worth board up on the screen. It's only 4 minutes in, but you're just seeing that Tinker 2,100 compared to the 1,500 of the Primal Beast. Oh, needing to bring out additional bits of regen as a move up top. Solo shifts through the twin gate. Mankushi pops a pretty hefty one there to get all that HP and mana back, but the damage from the axes and the arcane bolt still come. Mankushi surviving barely through all that stacking damage, and they turn on the Pantomime now. But Gilligan shows his face, blasts off in on towards Miero. These ones getting a lot of value. Another turnaround, just back and forth, swings and roundabouts, as Solo is going to be the one that dies in the end.
Everyone is solo HP on this top lane. I like the initial rotation there coming up top, but we're instead gonna get the kill.
Position 5. Tears flowing down their faces.
Yeah, mana boost now as well on Beastmaster, so that allows the Skyra to spam even more. Gonna be dealing all the damage they can here with the magic spam. So this leaves bottom lane to be sort of a 1v1. We see a bottle refill mid, TP by Bounty.
And Kiyotaka gonna be able to heal back up with that. Another boss refill. Pantomime, yeah. Pantomime and Solo having very similar games. Kind of relegated to bodyguarding their carry heroes in the first 3 minutes, rotating to try and save their off-laners, refilling bottles in the mid lane. Kushi, oh, no mana left, has already spent the wand. Dive under tower, that's a lot of damage. He's so low HP, 252 max, blasted down by the axes and the bolts. At least they get a trade-off there in killing the Beastmaster. But every death for Medusa feels so impactful.
Yeah, it's really hurtful because, as I said, you want to generate complete free farm from Medusa here and look at the CS or look at the net worth, whatever you look at. Medusa, she's not the highest, right? Like she needs to be one of the most farmed on the map here when you have this Undying and Medusa lane.
And Solo making another move up here. They do get a tombstone drop down, but Pantomime's going to lose that quickly. Bonus gold for Miero. Solo, can he get there with another invis and a stun? Need a bit more damage from the axes. Not quite finishing the job. Miero's going to focus on the creep wave instead. Yeah, like you said, Alex getting a lot of free reign down in this bottom lane now until Gilgear comes back. Concoction being cooked up by Ramses, and that will keep them at bay.
Yeah, throws that out. There's one timing that is going to be coming up, by the way, that is very important. That's going to be the blink timing here on the Tinker. Because the moment he has that, he could either just go and farm, of course, but he can also go and shut down the Medusa even harder. She's already not having a great lane. Primal Beast. Yeah, a bit here.
He's level 6. He'll try and pulverize the Bounty Hunter, but Anta is offering so much damage with a level 4 Skyreth Mage. Just a swift movement in, and 9Pandas going to rotate back into their side lanes.
A little bit greedy for Minecraft, trying to go for that 6-minute rune, not having people coming over to try and protect it. And of course, both the supports from 9Panda realize 6-minute runes are very important. First power rune, and taking that shield rune away from the Primal Beast and just killing him, very impactful play.
Ramsey's been getting a bit of time there to gather some lotuses. Bit of staying power for him to stick around in lane. That looks like Solo and Gilgear having some fun in behind that tier 1 bottom as well. Wanting to look at the Wisdom Rune, Solo, he sees a courier, gonna snipe it out. That's boots for Afterlife removed. Let's see what Gilgear does. Is this a blast off into the Wisdom Rune?
Oh yeah.
It is. Hello, come in, take it. Solo.
I would say maybe Kayasan's rush. PKB still suffers a little bit against some things here in this game. So I think Kayasan, oh, he gets him. The
ward. Secure target again, this ward. You're absolutely right, paying off big time. Even portaling into the mid lane with the Underlord to make sure that Minecraft is safe and sound. And 4 heroes strong in his mid spot, bullying Antares back, but they can't really push the tower just yet.
Yeah, instead just gonna farm a little bit here, use that arcane rune, low cooldown farming here, steal some farm from the enemy.
You even see the flurry of pings from 9Pandas like, hey guys, there's a ward up there for sure now.
Yeah, finally gets dewarded, Solo gets on it. But Tinker, that's back-to-back deaths, and that slows down his game a lot. He was looking really strong, still is the highest net worth out of every single core, but he would have been so much farther ahead if he didn't die twice there.
So a bit more emphasis from Solo and Antares, just to go. Comes in here and is looking at Afterlife. Solo can start things off with that Shadow Walk stun. It comes off cooldown as well, so he gets a double stun in. Permanently disabling his Underlord. Gilgear jumps in aggressively, and so does Aincrad. The damage is overwhelming. Gets the kill and the catch on Tinker. Pantomime and Aincrad right on top of Kiyotaka, but there's no stuns remaining, are there? So he TP's home.
He's gonna be gone.
7.5 Bounty Hunters about to clip level 6, but Ramsey's getting spotted out. Concoction is being brewed, but with a portal and the jump in from Gilgear, planting the proxy mines, Ramsey dies. A pretty big rotation again from one move, a lot of resources expended to come down here, but if they can kill the tier 1 tower, it's all worth it after taking the Alex life.
If though, because their heroes don't really have a good tower pusher. There's no Beastmaster, there's no VP. This is really just a stand and hit the tower, which can feel scary to do because Tinker can TP in and just start spamming the rockets. So power might just live here.
Yeah, they just left Afterlife down here to farm. And drag the creep wave into the small camp, and they're shifting into mid to defend their tier 1 there. And they're starting to look like 9Pandas. Yeah, we're going to make a concerted effort to fight around the mid tier 1.
Yeah,
Track now online.
They do want to fight here, like you said, with the track up, but they also prepped a lot of stacks again to stack the rest of the jungle for either Beastmaster or Tinker to clear as well. They have a triple stack on the Ancients, double on the big camp.
No, they do know. Yeah, 3 heroes in mid. Onslaughted, trampled, tombstone, chucks the Mystic Flare of this Primal Beast though, and with the roll from Miero, they'll take him down. Antara's still alive, the bombs, the zombies will claim his life eventually. But a 2-for-1 under that tier 1 mid, and Kiyotaka potentially looking to make another jump as Gil gets tracked up and the missiles are flying. Is that going to finish him? Looks like it will.
They get the kill, so that's going to be a 3-for-1 there for 9Pandas versus 1 move. Now going deep for this
additional bit of jungle down in the southern part of the map, while Incrad he's invis and he gets a grab onto Solo's bounty hunter. Antares and Kiyotaka really just this impenetrable wall of damage that they cannot fly through. And they'll lose the Undying for this move.
Yeah, and this is where we see the power of the track paired up with the Tinker, just non-stop rockets. You have to start running away, you have to get far away, because else you just keep taking damage. And that's going to be Tinker at 3.4k gold. That Shivas is getting closer.
Oh. And Makushi's getting run out. A lot of his mana already gone. 19-1 charges and a Lotus to play with. Gets a little bit of time here to heal back up as Miero. They're realizing he's going to build it a bit too deep now, I think. I'll TP in an additional hero to make sure he dies. That's 5 heroes here to kill the
Healing a lot, man.
He is healing a lot, but he gets dispatched within the end.
Okay, he forced so many rotations, but it's hard to even say if that was, you know, bad for him necessarily. 5 heroes having to go to deal with a single hero. Obviously, he didn't get killed in the end, and that kill towards Primal Beast will help him a little bit.
Well, here there comes. Every time a Radiant hero dies, you've got 4 heroes saying, thank you for dying. I've got so much space.
Yeah, they actually make them pay so much. Like, it's 12 for 12, but it feels like the kills they're getting on 9Pandas are so much more effortless, so much closer to towers, and it's just more easy to play for it, whereas one move they have to really struggle for these kills.
Ramses with his Radiance ready. Tier 1 bottom still alive. We've lost top raid tier 1. Others defended. I haven't lost a single tower yet. Kind of a weird map state to what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's a lot of it comes back to the fact that Beastmaster hasn't been able to push top, but instead prioritizes just farming. He's the one we would expect to take towers.
Oh, nice smoke break from Solo. Trying to snipe out this Undying. Lacking a little bit of damage though. Solo and Antares both being blown up by the bombs.
Alright. I mean, they break the smoke, so no core hero is gonna die, but at the same time, that's 2 more kills. I think one move are happy with that. Now, 20 seconds without any support.
Oh, Kiyotaka. They're get the additional blink off. They're on this Tinker, and Incrad going to pummel him. Miro's arriving though. Should be able to guard the Tinker, roar him up. Make sure Kiyotaka can offer the damage to bring Incrad down. It looked good for the Primal Beast for the first few seconds, but Kiyotaka with the circlets tanks through it all.
Yeah, those circlets for a little bit of extra stats, and of course, with the Shiva's bottom though, we see fight continuing.
Right, Ramses going wild on the Pantomime, and Solo going to try and catch up to Afterlife. Dusted him up so they see the bounty hunter coming, but now the tracks and the Tinker TP starts flowing, and Gilgear, he's on the run, but I don't know if he can escape from this. Blast off to get a bit of distance. He's seeking missiles, they know where you are, and there's 2 landing on your head right now. 3 and 4 gonna keep coming. Oh, it's just never ending relentless damage from the Tinker. It's nasty stuff. He's got a pipe buff placed on him, but he's probably still gonna die. Incrad in the meantime, dusting Solo, gets the grab on the bounty hunter, so at least something going their way, but it's always reacting. They're always on their side of the map, on the back foot. All these kills are just a kill for kill's sake. It's not an objective or influence of items as well. The big hippies on Tinker and Alk. Everything's going to coincide very nicely. Ramses looking at Afterlife. Get him under the acid spray, and the roar from Miero's there as well. The rest of the Dart trying to come into play here with a tombstone drop, fighting around Pantom and Einkrad, but this Primal Beast loses so much of his HP in a matter of seconds. Medusa realizes she's got no place to be in this fight, gets turned on with the concoction. Antares the Skywrath charging to the back, zoning out the Primal Beast, as Makushi does have a backup on kill gift. Hops the Manta, tries to stand and battle around this bottom lane fight with Einkrad rejoining. Ramses, no chemical rage, dropping lower and about to die. The Mystic Snake is there to clear him up, but now with Antares and Miero onto the Medusa, the big ticket kill is taken down. 4 for 1 in the end? And Einkrad might be the 5th if they can catch a glimpse of him. He doesn't have TP, it's on cooldown for 20 seconds, so he's found in the trees. It's a team wipe.
Yeah.
Alchemist. Solo's going to lead the charge and scout forward with a scan from the Radiant. They know one mover down here. Just a matter of getting in position, and they're on the Primal Beast. In comes Miero with the roar if he needed it to, listing his arms, but starting to hold it for now. They can go onto a secondary target if they can catch a bit of vision here. Just need to get the tracks going. Afterlife is tracked up, and the rest of them getting across the ramp, across the bridge. But Miero, he held that roar for long enough to get in front of the Underlord now, body block him up, and allow Ramses to unload the damage. Another 3 big kills there for 9Pandas, and one move. Yeah, the struggles, they've only just begun.
Yeah, they already keeps looking like a big, important hero to shut down as well in these fights. He's running at the Medusa with no fear in the world. Look at him blinking in bottom.
Yeah, he's going straight for this Underlord. The Solo's got chain stuns for days with these invis stun hits. This Radiant Draft is like an onion. It's like Shrek. Layer after layer, you peel back the Tinker, like, oh god, there's an Alchemist there. Peel back the Alchemist, yeah, it's just more and more. Even Antares on the Scarlet Mage, mentioning him earlier in the fight, he's able to pair up with anybody and find solo, basically solo kills. He needs one stun and he can kill anybody.
Look how he's playing right now. This is some real oppressive stuff. He doesn't even really have kill potential, but he just keeps blinking forward, shoving the enemy all the way out of their own jungle here. This is very difficult to play against. When he has this confidence from the Aegis, it changes the game entirely. Especially Aegis perfect Tinker draft pretty much. Having the vision from Beastmaster and Bounty Hunter, having 2 different core heroes with stuns on the side lanes. I don't know if I could cook up a better Tinker draft if I tried to.
No, that's beautiful. And Solo, he's being an absolute nuisance. Hype and forced out, so he's tanky and maneuverable. He forced out the Fiend's Gate of Underlord. Einkrad onslaughting, gonna get on top of the Bounty Hunter, but again it's this move where Solo, if he dies here, it's fine. He's creating space. They're gonna bring Kiyotaka in, pulverized immediately. Full staff, Shiva's Guard, tanky Tinker, gonna start spamming out the rockets and blinks away from them. Gets the distance, double blink into the tree lines. He's out of there. You can't touch this man. Unstoppable stuff. Disengages while the rest of his team's happily falling away.
Tinker just gets away. They don't have enough disables to lock him in. Batting up very quickly as well, and it's not just that. You're not doing anything anymore. Look, they tried to show bottom press second. Oh, Kiyotaka has E-Blade. He just dives you.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Now, just swarming the Medusa. She's all alone. Everybody else is dead. The graveyard filled, littered with dire hero bodies, and Makushi, okay, surviving. Kiyotaka ran out of mana, so didn't have that unlimited damage to break through the mana shield, but it's just...
He's doing 0 damage to Beastmaster. Even if he, finally gets to attack after E-Blade runs out, there's this Crimson Guard on Beastmaster. He doesn't take any damage.
Gilga's using Blast Off to disengage, but he still jumped! Oh, Kiyotaka, careful with those proxy mines, though. That's the Soul Ring for the TP home.
I have to say, Kiyotaka plays Tinker in a hyper-oppressive way. I don't know if I've seen a Tinker who is so obnoxious, man. He just goes for people. You think that you're in safe position, but look, he's back again.
Like I don't know, it feels like the old Tinker with March and Machines, except he's using rockets and lasers as the little Marchmen to keep people back. He's just a one-man barrier.
At this point, I mean, I don't know if the entire team of One Move has enough to deal with literally just the Tinker. And of course, Tinker has a very
Wait, are they trying to steal the Tormentor? Ramses and Miero. That's a good time to go and fight. Tormentor dead. Ramses blinks across. Miero is focused inside the pit and pulverized down. He's tanky, but not that tanky. Solo and Ramses probably realizing now they need Kiyotaka. Where's my Tinker? Back me up. Try and defend this Alchemist as he's on his way out. Halfway through the Chemical Rage already. They've got the Force Staff to disengage, but a distance there. The Primal Beast, a bit ballsy to go that deep. Regroups with the rest of his team and a short-range portal from the Underlord trying to bridge that gap, but they can't latch on to any additional targets.
It feels like they're getting such a bad deal every time they get...
Thank you. Samka with a reset. Concoction, Roar. Oh, Manta dodges the start of the fight. They get the Roar now onto Mukushi. That's a good tombstone placement in the middle of it all. Mystic Flares there on Illusions. And Einkrad trying to get into the back lines. Miero incredibly tanky, healing up. Seal Totem to shift him off to the side of the fight. And another Concoction stopping Medusa in her tracks. They've lost the beast. The Undying's dead. And 9Pandas haven't lost anybody yet.
It's escape time, run. But how can you get away from this? The Shivas is coming.
The Tinker is coming, a good Pit of Malice, but they've got Force Staff, Blink Dagger, jump over the chasm that's created, and the Medusa is trying to hide back up on a high ground. Maybe he kill off Solo on the way out, but he survived on 10 HP, and the Tinker keeps on going. Miero frontlining, and the buybacks from one move. It might keep 9Pandas away from their base for now. But Pantomime, you gotta be so careful.
Going in.
They're jumping in, but they're out getting onto the high ground, and the Tinker just blowing them up. The Medusa didn't last a second when Kiyotaka has her in her sight. No buybacks left for one move. They might just be forced to call GG now.
He's hiding. Pantomime is like, please don't find me. And they got him.
And Kiyotaka is sniping Couriers near the fountain. Einkrad is there, defending as well. But Ramses and Kiyotaka spamming sprays, high-fiving in front of them. The disrespect.
Just tap outs. It's all over, man. They're hanging in there, but at this point, it's just abuse. I swear, it's looking like a straight-up pay-to-win character when you see a good Tinker player in a good Tinker game get their items and there's just nothing that you can do about it. It's like, reminds me of a big brother holding his hand on the forehead of a younger brother, like, you can't reach me kind of thing. That's literally what Tinker is.
You're gonna have as many free hits as you want, but you're not gonna land any.
Yeah, swing, nerd.
And now the systematic dismantling of the Dire base. One by one, the buildings crumble. And Miero, he does get a jump roar onto the Primal Beast. Alchemist, Concoction turned back by the Lotus Orb. Einkrad, very tanky with Pavis and Solar Crest placed on him. Withstands the first round of fighting. And also a Nullifier from the Medusa, trying to clip onto Ramses.
It's a smart choice. It's a good item for this game, at least. You know, it prevents the Force Staff from Solo. It removes the barrier from Tinker. It's a very useful item. And Medusa trying to get creative here in how he can impact the game. He's also trying to build an MKB next. Realizing that you can't go for standard items if you're going to win this one. Munkoshi doing what he can.
There's so much to do.
Yeah, Roshan.
Hey kid, don't ever let
It's about to move top soon. So I think maybe they will go top and control the top area instead.
I just saw Solo by a side device, looked at the net worth board to look for the bounty hunter. He's ahead of the Primal Beast. 14,000 net worth bound. Oh, Kiyotaka blinks forward, blinks away. Oh, the pit came a second too late. They still have the Primal Beast. Kiyotaka, he's got so much to defend himself, and he's so tanky, taking literally no damage. Einkrad, he's going to go back and lick his wounds, and he solos in. Antares there, defending Kiyotaka with his BKB up. He's now untouchable. And this will allow Ramses and Miero to get onto Makuchi's Medusa. Shred through the mana pool. Kiyotaka's still alive. E-bladed up. He might die. Get the Tinker so hot. Finish him off. He can't die. He just cannot. He drops the flipping smiley faces in the all chat as well. You 5v1 me and I'm still standing, boys.
Yeah, they can't bring him down. They used everything they could. Even at that point, you know, you use every bit of resource you can and you still can't kill the Tinker. Meanwhile, the rest are just freely wailing at you. The Beastmaster and the Alchemist just going in and right-clicking. You see how people just fall. This is what I don't get about Tinker, though. Why does he have to have so much survivability, man? Why is he so thick?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a wide boy. But yeah, GG's called. It's over. They understand. There's just absolutely no way. A few of them just left Discord. They're out of there. No player counts for them. 9Pandas really cementing themselves as the best team in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path.